Come. Ila kalimatin sawa'in bainana wa bainakum, that we come to common terms as between us and you. Let us get onto a common platform, some understanding us about basics, and then Allah Ta'ala tells us what to talk about. But now we have not been doing that because we don't know how. Allah is telling you on a common platform, talk about this. Allah na'budu illallah wa la nushrika bihi shay'an wa la yattakhidha ba'duna ba'dan arbaban min dunillah.
The most memorable visitors here was the head of a Catholic church body, Mr. Dawood Ngwane.
I was looking for a particular book in my son's bedroom. There's a pile of old books in my son's bedroom. I was looking for a book that I wanted to use, and while looking for this book, I found this little booklet, and the title attracted my attention: Crucifixion or Crucifixion. I thought, what does it mean? So that day I read the booklet 3 times. I tell you that I couldn't put the book down during my supper time.
That day, Mr. Ngwane's world was turned upside down. At the age of 63, he began a new life as a Muslim. But he was never able to have another conversation with Ahmed Deedat at the IPCI.
40 different people.
The vibrant, dynamic orator was violently catapulted into a body which no longer worked. He suffered a stroke which left him completely paralyzed from the neck down.
Unfortunately, most Providence would have it, on the 3rd of May 1996, Sheikh Ahmed Deedat was struck by stroke whilst on duty and became incapacitated, being unable to move any limbs, unable to speak, and unable to eat. However, Providence in its mercy retained Sheikh Deedat's hearing, eyesight, and ever sharp and alert mind. Sheikh Deedat communicates with a unique combination of eye movements, identifying the English alphabets. For the past 6 years or so, Sheikh Deedat is now confined to his bed in Verulam, but still influencing and changing the hearts of people all over the world with the legacy of his books, videotapes, and infrastructure that he left behind at the IPCI. Despite his handicap, Sheikh Deedat has dedicated and dictated many books from his bed via the eye communication method. However, it can be said with humility that no other South African, or perhaps no other Sikh person, has had so many visitors from all over the world, ranging from government ministers, TV crews, from major international networks, religious leaders of all religious groups, academics, scholars, and ordinary people. In this snippet, we see Minister Louis Farrakhan from America paying a visit to Sheikh Ahmed Deedat at his home with his entourage on his recent visit to South Africa.
And last night, I had the privilege of going to meet one of my heroes. Who is that? Ahmed Deedat, one of the great champions of Islam. He's a hero of mine. We have shared many days together. He visited me in my home in Chicago, Illinois, and I visited him here and saw him in the days of his strength. And last night, I saw him even stronger. His brain is sharp. He can see, he can hear, he can think, he just can't speak. But his faith is so strong. I came from his bedside so inspired, so uplifted, and I said, Father, when I go back, I will carry on your great word.
One of the core programs of the IPCI is what we call human resource development, training of individuals to meet the challenges and the new challenges facing us globally, nationally and internationally. Here we see the last July group of students from all over the country who have come in for a 1 week's intensive training program that was run at As-Salam Institute. These are the du'at from all over the country, some as far afield as Botswana, Lesotho, Zambia and the 9 provinces.
One of his most memorable visits was when a familiar face showed up and greeted him, this time as a Muslim.
When I decided that I'm going to become a Muslim, I woke up in the morning and I told my wife that I'm going to convert to become a Muslim. And I went to the IPCI to go and see you, to tell you. I thought I was going to break the good news to you. And on that day, when I came at the IPCI, they told me, you were sick and you were paralyzed. On that day.
Today they watched the video of that first day when Dawood walked into Ahmed's office demanding answers. It's strange for both of them to look back on that day now. Each man lived a completely different life back then.
And 6 years ago he suffered a stroke which was known as a lock-in syndrome. Lock-in syndrome is that my father can hear, understand, feel everything, but it is difficult for him to communicate.
The only food which enters Ahmed Deedat's body today is a liquid nutrient called Novacol. He's fed through a rubber tube which goes directly into his stomach. The stomach acids are so strong that the tube has to be changed once a month.
And the doctor that changes the tube is an 80 years old angel that changes the tube. No doctor has come here to attend to my father. She is the doctor and she is the mother.
Mrs. Deedat, with hardly any formal education, tends to her husband's needs as if she were one of the world's top physicians. She took charge shortly after Ahmed was flown to Saudi Arabia for special medical attention. She learned from the nurses in Riyadh and helped them as they did their work routine.
He walked with a grace that belied his size. This powerful man with a glint in his eyes. In the ring, a study of purpose and skill, a triumph of talent and training and will. A master of arts in the art of defense, a master of building a spell of suspense. Outside of the ring, away from the crowd, a soft-spoken man, part humble, part proud. Fear was the enemy each time to face, and fear the opponent he kept in his place. His courage was tested again and again by those who were deemed to be men amongst men. The worthy opponents who fought toe to toe, who gave not an inch as they trade, blow for blow. He met them, he fought them, and then he'd collect that treasure of treasures, the gift of respect. The word and the deed soon became intertwined, the mouth and the fist, the body and the mind, the legend and fact, the image, the truth, the wisdom of age and the sparkle of youth were spread on a canvas for all to behold. The power of steel beneath the glitter of gold. Champion! Thank Allah. Thank God.
Touched the hearts of our listeners, both young and old. Sometimes you made us laugh, and sometimes you made us cry, but your message was always clear: do dawah. Although you will not be on the air, you will still be on the lips of all those who listened to your lectures during the past 2 months. Some say you are too hard in your method, but ask those who came in from darkness into the light of Islam. You were armed with a pen, yet you took the world by storm. You gained the respect of the Middle East, and you earned your heavyweight crown when you took on America's giant, Jimmy Swaggart. You were the king of the stage.